Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Phil Baker. He is President and CEO at Hecla Mining. Phil, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. So Phil, Hecla is the largest silver producer in the US, producing 18.5 to 20 million ounces by 2025. So tell me, what's the driver behind this growth?
Well, there's a few things that are the driver. The first is really innovation. We have one of our mines that's been in existence for 82 years, and we've developed a whole new mining method to mine that silver. And that has allowed us to increase the production of that mine at least 2 times from what it did before. The second thing that drives that amount of production is really continuous improvement. At our Greens Creek mine in Alaska, it's been around for 35 years. We have consistently improved the amount of metal that we produce by mining more and by recovering more of what we produce. And I guess the third thing is an acquisition that we made that's just going into production now, and it should be in full production in the next 2 years.
Okay, so Phil, Hecla is the third largest primary silver producer in the world, with mines in the US and Canada. Now, tell me, will US and Canada be the focus of your growth?
Yeah, it will in part. We have a number of mines that we see the ability to further innovate in the mines and see those mines grow. But we also have properties that are in permitting. And once we receive the permits, and the permitting environment in the US has improved dramatically, and once we see those permits, you'll see significant increase in production, because one of those properties has the potential to produce 10 to 15 million ounces of silver a year, almost half or more than what we currently produce. And then you're going to see us also grow outside the United States. There's ore bodies that have the potential for growth in Mexico, in Argentina, in Peru, in Bolivia, and we're prepared to go to those countries.
Okay, now tell me, why is silver so important to Hecla? We hear about silver's role in the energy transition. Tell me more about that.
Well, it's important to Hecla because it's important to the world. You know, the world is on this path of the energy transition. We would anticipate that solar energy is going to be probably the fastest growing and largest contributor to energy over the course of the next 30 years. And that all comes from these solar panels that require silver for them to produce the energy. And so for every gigawatt of solar energy that is installed, it takes 500,000 ounces of silver. So Hecla and silver are right at the center of this energy transition.
All right, well, Phil, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me in Floor Talk today.
Thanks for having me.